Cool. Just putting up the chat next to me in case, anything happens. So this is not the music that goes with this game. I'm once again using my good friend, the free YouTube playlist. Set up everything, but then I realized I need to shift everything just a little bit. Sorry for the bad noises. Again, this is one of the games from the. I'm being distracted by just how loud this is in my ears, even though it's probably not as loud in your ears. Give me just one moment. God, why are you so flippin' loud? Okay. I guess that's just how it's going to be in my ears, so that's alright. This is one of the games from the massive bundles in itch that's supporting sort of the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm trying to remember what. There were two, and each of them went to slightly different organizations. Okay, so I wonder if. So you see as I go around, this game I should say is an alpha or beta build. I'm not sure which. It's an early access build of a game called Dorfromantik. Seems to be this tile map building game. Seems to be a little Carcassonne. You see, there's 25 tiles. Okay. Not quite sure what these do, but you see, as I shift this around, seems to, depending on where I put it, give me potentially different ones. So let's just sort of start here. This is a group of 3 fields. Okay, there's 3 fields. To do, build a village with 3 houses, or build 2 villages. So let's look, we have 2 houses of that. And, oh, I can't put this tile here, probably because it needs a railroad going through it. So I'll put it here. And, is this another field? I'll put the field by this. It's a railroad. So I have a railroad. The railroad goes sort of straight here. So I can, move the camera around. I can't seem to zoom in and out, but I can. Oh god, that rotates really fast. Can't seem to rotate it. I don't know if there's any way to sort of have any sort of finer control of piece selection, or if the town generation aspect of this is just sort of. There you go. Let's see, does doing this have me build a second village because they're distant? Okay, cool. Build 2 groups of fields, or build 2 groups of trees, or build 5 villages, or these are the things in my to-do. Okay, so if I go to here, does it show... Okay, so this is to help show what it considers sort of groups of these things. So I'm currently building a thing with a field, so if I want 2 groups of fields, I can do that. These seem to be point values, and this seems to be a score, and I'm not sure what this number is, because it seems to have gone up. This song is pretty extreme, but you know what? We're gonna deal with it. This is what we're doing. Because this is up to 30. I don't know why. Wasn't it at like 27 last time? I have to... Oh, does this give me new tiles? Okay. I think I see how this game works. Sort of building out and expanding, and each time I'm successful at one of these, it gives me that many new tiles. Okay. So I want 2 groups of trees. And I also want 5 villages. So hopefully if I do this, is that a third village? It is. And a separate group of trees I can put sort of out here, potentially? No, that doesn't seem to be a second group of trees. But I want to build a village with 18 trees. Is it counting each of these individual trees? I think I'll put this here. This is an end of the railroad. Seems good. I want to build a separate village, so I can put this over here. I have 4 villages in. Oops. Oh, wait. Oh, cool, that did zoom out. I can zoom in just a little bit. I'm not sure how I zoomed out, but I can't seem to zoom in. Alright. Let's keep these fields going this way. And these trees are going this way. And another end of a railroad. This end will be right here. And let's see if this will give us our 5th village, which gives us more tiles. Shui shui. I like keeping this as sort of like fields galore. Put more trees out between here. Ooh, more train tracks. Oh, and I can see what's coming up next if I want it to be like really strategic. I still have not built 2 groups of trees. Oh, but I could if I put one sort of on the outside of over here, or I can't put one over here yet. To build a village with 18 trees, which I have 11 out of 18, it seems. Build a village with 7 houses. We'll just keep that going. That's 5 houses there. That should be 6 houses. This is another end of a railroad. This is not a very sort of effective railroad, huh? Okay. But now if I do that, shift this over a little bit. That here. I do wonder if there's a way to rotate the let's just try buttons. Restart game. No. Okay, R is to restart the game. No, those don't do that. Does the space bar do anything? This is early enough that there aren't instructions. My guess too is that this is also early enough that you know, the possibility of sort of turning your own tiles to make something else is maybe currently under development. Okay, and then I want another. Oh, I want another field of trees. So I'm gonna put this over here. So that's another field of trees. Build a village with 12 houses. I'm still most of the way there. Build a village with 26 trees. Most of the way there. Build a group of field with 51 trees. Okay. Ooh, but this has 3 houses in it. That's exciting. So that should get me just about to the end of that village there. You guys want to see something funny? Bam. What is this song? Does this let me skip that song? Perfect. Well, this song isn't... This song will do. This song is like Babe, Pig in the City. It will do. Build a group of fields with 51 trees. I'm also on my way to that. Build a village with 17 houses. Again, this village here, because of how it defines villages, I seem to have this sort of one big village in here, as well as then it is one big field. Okay, I like how there's these overlapping definitions. I think it makes these pieces fun, right? Because then they're so multifaceted. Because it seems that they could have really 4 states to them. Because they could have field. Oh, but I wonder if the railroad counts as a divider of the field? No, it just seems to sort of act as a sort of method of continuing. I wonder if there's any No, but if I connect these, does that connect all the village? I mean, I have fewer villages than I did before. I think it does. Yeah. I'm a fan of sort of making villages and making maps. If I remember correctly, this game described itself as soft strategy, which seems appropriate. I almost said the music also sort of lends itself to that sort of softness, but I forgot this is public domain music on YouTube, not not the game's own soundtrack. Okay, so I want more houses, right? And I think it might even benefit me to... Okay, so this is just more field. I want to build more field because I want this village in particular to be able to be, very cut off, while I sort of connect the other village here. Why do I want to do that? For fun. Build 6 groups of fields. Oh, I want a bunch of different groups of fields right now. But I can also finish off all them houses by making this another sort of urban-y kind of center. Build a village with 22 houses. I can knock that off right here by just making, a little edge. Yeah. A thing, okay. I want to keep building different fields, and what I'm going to do is this, and this, and I want to connect the railroad, because I just like connecting the railroads. I like connecting the railroads. I like connecting the railroads. And that completes that other one. That's convenient. So a thing that I would hope games, I'll say perhaps a bit more robust than this, or maybe this game more fleshed out. Again, this is an early access version. Is sort of investigating or playing more with the what these different things mean, because what does it mean to have all of these trees? What does it mean to have houses and some of them be concentrated and other ones not connected? What does it mean to have the fields not just connected or not, but fields, for example, like this, where these 2 houses are surrounded by fields in a strange way. Now, I don't think it is the role of every sort of map or village builder to. It's not sort of that. There's not that responsibility. I would say that would be. I might put it a little ridiculous. But, ooh, more trees. Ooh, and this is a completely empty tile. That's beautiful. What do I need to do? A village with 24 fields, a village with 31 houses, and 8 groups of fields. I currently have 4, because I just destroyed a couple. Well, not destroyed, I So I collapsed a couple into the same field. So the way to most effectively do that then is to do this and to do this, and then when I have fields, do something like this, this. I'll build this out here. More trees. I want to build out more trees over here. But I'm personally just fascinated with city builders and how they look at these kinds of things. Because, for example, we have a railroad here that I can sort of imbue meaning to, but the way the game systems work. The song just ended very suddenly. Okay. But the way the game systems work, not determine, but inform what kind of meaning I imbue something with. Which can, of course, make things a little bit more tricky. Villager 31 houses. Let's keep making this house central, baby. So, for example, I have no reason to not do this right here with this little bit of railroad. But, for example, with a game like Carcassonne, which I first sort of likened this to, with Carcassonne, you have sort of one real reason to have roads, which is to have them be very long, but also to complete them. And same with, that's the sort of the gist of Carcassonne. You have your castles, you have your fields, exception kind of being churches, but you want to have the church, but then also surround it. And that's just sort of a specific case of completion. Whereas here, I think what makes this valuable as a game separate from Carcassonne, and valuable too, I think, as specifically a video game as opposed to a physical tabletop game, is what you can do with your to-dos as well as with your tiles, because you can have this be infinite. You can also have the assortment of tiles be infinite, and it's not just the visualization of the town here that can be different, but so too can there be a difference in I don't know why I did that in particular, actually. So the railroad's going to end over here. There's also you can have near infinite different tiles as opposed to a determined set. You can have near infinite different to-dos, which are constantly shifting, though that does give you, different, 2 villages with at least 5 houses each. Okay. This other village here. Bam. There we go. Ooh, this is poppy and peppy. I'm digging this song. This is just a fun song. A group of fields with 81 trees. Okay, so I want more tree to fields over there. Just as I need one more house to finish that off. Oh, both at once. Good job, me. But yeah, you can see these numbers can go up, and they can go up, like build a group of a certain number of trees. This isn't going to show up right at the start, but it is going to be sort of determined by where I am in the game in a way that would be way, way, way more complicated if this were a physical game. Consequently, what I'm doing can continue to be a bit more varied, even if it fulfills a different, say, a different niche from what I might want from a game like Carcassonne, where Oops, those aren't connected to the big field. Oh, it was. That's good. Let's continue this little village over here. Yeah, so like in Carcassonne, there's a reason to have, you know, different villages because there are, for example, the different people competing with each other. Whereas here, I'm building this other village, not even really because, oh, I guess there's a thing that could do it, but just because I think it's like I'm paying attention to this village outside of these to-dos because I think that it's from the story that I want to construct of this place, fun. These railroad ends. These railroad ends. These railroad ends. Okay, so then I want to build this village, connect this village out here. So this is the third village. Ooh, 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 ooh. Check it. Scope that jazz. Getting close to that one. Build 8 villages with maximum 4 houses each. Oh, so it wants me to make a bunch of little ones. That's interesting. This one's more fields. Okay. And that's 3 villages, 7 houses apiece, but now I need to switch this up and make villages with no more than 4 houses apiece. I want to go over here. Okay. Find spots where villages aren't connecting. There we go. It's the definition of village. These are very useful, you know, because I can see that this is always defined as this village, and because it is surrounded now, can't be defined otherwise. Same with this one here, actually. Good to know. Build a village with 26 fields, build 15 villages, and a group of 89 fields. Okay. And can't connect there. More railroads. You know what? Over here in this village, you get some railroads. I like this because I kind of wish railroads were injected a little bit more, just because it's only now that I'm starting to see things like, oh, I've completely encircled this village, and now I'm sort of stuck with how things are. And you see with the railroad here, the railroad is sort of the method of sort of cutting these two villages apart from each other, which is, you know, part of a thing that a physical railroad does. Not only are you able to travel further and consequently have things be more distant and more separate, but also, you know, like one of the main tools of redlining, for example, was, you know, building railroads straight through places and having those be, you know, physical barriers between places. And so, like how earlier I was saying I wish this thing did more of that, here, you know, now we can see sort of the method by which they might do that. Oh, this just needs more fields. I need to get this on more fields. There we go. What we can see, if we look at our fields here, we don't see the same effect through these railroads. How this is just one big field when we have this railroad being a thing. That you know, I might think would be a method of considering these divided, because if you look here, you know, you don't see anything in the middle of it, but if you look outside of it, we see this railroad does cut this field straight in half. Now I wonder if this was, you know, tested and you know, maybe they considered the balance of it to be too off or something like that. Let's connect these all too. Oh no, I want more villages, not fewer. Oh, what an ineffective little railroad that would be. But I have another railroad thing coming up there, so I'm actually going to put this here. For funsies. Because you see how this field is all connected from one, I'll call it coast, to the next. And that seems a little bit off. I mean, I still think fun, but I might still call it off. Build this town out just a touch more. Let's build this over here so we can get more villages. Oh, I'm out. Oh, no. I wasn't thinking. Oh, man. Oh, I was close, huh? And here I have my my full thing. Well, this is Dorfromantik. Again, this is in the big old bundle with all the things on itch. And I think this has been a fun little stream. Let's take a look at our village and see if we can continue to develop narratives about it. Come on. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. Let me smash. Oh, I did it. A little bit, almost. I hope my mouse ain't broke. Oh, I was never able to do anything with this railroad. Oh well. I wanted this railroad to sort of, you know, break out and continue and be its own sort of little thing over here. I think this is a fun balance of being, you know, light, but also, you know, you need to at least somewhat pay attention to the to-dos, or else what happened to me is I was thinking about, like, oh, it'd be fun if that was there. It'd be fun, without thinking like, oh, I have this many tiles left and I need to get some of these things. 4 groups of trees. Didn't I have like 2 groups of trees? Nope. I had a group of tree. Yeah, this seems like it's a game that is both, I think, beautiful and heading sort of towards the right. Oh, okay, so I hold down, maybe? I'm just having trouble zooming in. I don't know if it's just the mouse I'm using or the fact that I'm on a Mac or what. But yeah, it's interesting. This game seems like it's good, well on its way. Anyway, give it up to the folks from making Dorfromantik. Love making little villages, and this is a good example of that. Could also be a fun tool to make villages and somewhat build some history through that. But we'll call this a stream. Catch us on Let's Play. We'll see if probably be streaming. Excuse me. I'll probably be streaming more of these itch massive bundle games because it's not good just to support protests in your area, which you should do. Even if it's just one person walking out in town circle. Good to do. You get support doing that. But also, good to support the people putting their games out there to incentivize people to do that. So, what the no? We're not ending on that note. So yeah, I'm hoping to continue to look at some of the games, and hopefully not just the ones that are like really well known, like Night in the Woods, or even I saw some people looking at Sign of the Sojourner, which I want to look at just for me, but I hope to highlight maybe ones that aren't going to get the same kind of attention like this one is. Like I have another game lined up called Pioneer, which probably within the next week I might stream and take a look at. So keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout at our Twitter. We are at Let's Play. I'm gonna double check that. I'm pretty sure we're at Let's Play. Keep a look at our Twitch. We're at Let's Play Games. Yes, on Twitter we are at Let's Play. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up in the comment section over on our YouTube. And subscribe. We're close to 100 subscribers, which is the threshold we need to give ourselves a vanity URL. So hopefully we can take Let's Play, if not Let's Play Games. So please subscribe over to the YouTube and recommend a friend to it. That would help us out in this pivotal early time. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Goodbye.